Okay guys, so I'm going to review this BoxyCharm box. So I'm just going to pull things out one by one and just give my honest opinion. So this came with it as like a bonus. It's the Fairy Tales Storybook Cosmetics. And it looks really nice. It looks like a book, which is pretty cool. Looks really like a book. You could put this in your bookshelf. And it has these really, I think, diverse color palette. A lot of them are kind of glittery, you can see. And then some are just matte. So that one's really awesome. I'm excited about this one. Next is these brushes. They are, let's see if it says where they're from or whatever. Looks like they're from Alamar. And there's one, this one is a bronzer brush. It's really nice, a little bumpy. This one is a brightening brush. So I think you can use this for multiple things, maybe concealer, but also highlighter, illuminator. This one's a complexion brush. So, and this one's got, it's a little slanted. They're all very fluffy, very nice. Next, this one's hard for me to open, is this, I don't know how to say this, Ciaté Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. So it's nice. Looks really nice. You just open it up. It's got little dots. Get some out one a little bit at a time. Then there is this Pure 4-in-1 Correcting Primer. It looks really nice. All of the packaging for everything is really nice. And then this is a facial radiance pads. And so just little pads for you. And then the last thing in the box is another eyeshadow palette. So we have the first one. This one is another one. That's Iconic London. Day to Slay eyeshadow palette. And this one looks very nice. As you can see. You can see my mirror in the back, but I'll take this off. A lot of neutrals, a lot of, warm tones. So that one's really nice. And so I'm going to use everything in the box. And then I will give you my honest review on everything that came in the box and the box itself. So stay tuned. So I'm going to start with these pads. I used one pad and the moisture on the pad was very nice. I was very happy with it. There's a rigid side and then there's a smooth side. And I only had to use one and it felt really good on my skin. Then I went in with the primer. The primer was really nice. It was lightweight, but it felt like it had moisturized my skin to a next level. I had already moisturized. But the primer came on really nice. I just used my fingers. I don't use a brush or anything. So then I went in with my eyeshadow. I used the Storybook palette first, and then I did, so the first color I did was Spindle, and it was a rose type color. And then I went in with a more red color, named Briar. It was called Briar Rose. You'll see that one next. And they both came on really good. I wasn't really happy with the pigment. I didn't think the pigment was that great. I felt like I kind of had to pack it on a little bit to get some kind of pigment in there. But here's the Briar Rose. I used that on my lid, whereas the Spindle color I used kind of on the outer parts of my eye. I put it all over, but mainly on the outer parts. Then I went in with the Iconic palette, and this one had so much more pigment. It was a big difference. But I went in with this dark brown glitter color, which was nice. And then I went in with this, I think that color was called Iconic, and it was a white glittery color. And then that one is Wonderland. And these just had so much more pigment. I loved it. Then I was done with my eyes and I started to do my foundation. And I went in with the brush that had the bumpy kind of bristles. And I was so surprised at how much I loved using this brush. It felt so good on my skin. It felt like it wasn't absorbing my makeup. And the bristles were nice, but so were the handles. So I just rubbed it in, and then I went in with my Beauty Blender to buff it out. Then I did my concealer, and I used the brightening brush for that. The other one was a bronzer brush, but I used it for my foundation. So I was surprised with this one as well. It really did not seem to absorb my concealer, and it spread it out really good and even and made it look nice. As you can tell, I'm having to stop to clean up my kids' messes. So yeah. Then I went in with the setting powder, and I decided to set my face with this powder. It was translucent, so that's nice. I usually do ones with some color, but I just put it under my eyes, and then I just put it all over my face. But I really packed it on under my eyes to bake it. And then I did my bronzer with the other brush. I don't know what it was called anymore, but it really put my bronzer on great. These brushes the bristles seem to put everything on so good and so even. Then I went in with my kabuki brush and just took off that setting powder, and the final product was really nice. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys a little bit of the packaging. It is kind of disassembled right now, but that's all right. So when I opened it up, it had some padding in it and everything, which was really nice. Because obviously when you have like the eyeshadow palettes in there, obviously they can get broken and the actual colors can come out. But everything was all in its own individual packaging, obviously never opened, and the box was in good condition. It was really good, and I'm gonna keep actually subscribing to this because it gives you full-size products, and it gives you the opportunity to try out new things, but while not spending a ton of money. I believe it was $25 a month for a box a month, and it was awesome. I'm very excited. The brushes, like I said, were very nice. They came in these little packagings. Everything was all sealed up and organized nice, and seemed like everything was layered so that things weren't going to get broken in shipping and stuff. I don't know exactly why they had a promo code to get an extra bonus thing, which was the fairy tale palette. I'm not sure why that was a thing. There was another option I could do, and I just chose the eyeshadow palette. But yeah, so it was really nice. Should definitely try it out. And thanks for watching.